Hey everybody, my name's Liz Rivera. I'm the Gem State Medium. Welcome back. I decided that I was going to remake this video just because apparently I rambled a lot in the last video, which I'll admit, that happens a lot with me. So anyway, here's the new one. As most of you know, I work every fall with the Museum of Idaho. This will be our 8th, 9th year, something like that. But this event happened back in 2016. Every year with the museum, we have to go either scouting and looking for locations to put on their haunted history tour, or I get a phone call and they say, hey, we have this great location. Do you want to come and do a preliminary walkthrough of this location? I'm like, sure. So we go to this location, which, yes, it was haunted and it was a great location. It was in the oldest part of Idaho Falls. So because this building was vacant, there was a real estate agent that had to let us in. So this real estate agent, she shows up, we do the walkthrough, and as we were leaving this location, the real estate agent turned around and asked me if I would be willing to walk down the street to go check out another house that was for sale that she was very concerned about, and so were some other real estate agents. So I volunteer. I'm like, sure, I'll walk down with you. Let's go take a look and see what's going on. As we were on our way to go look at this location, she informed me that this house was continually on the market. Every 2 years or so, it would roll over and be back on the market, and they couldn't figure out why, because it was so consistent that everybody noticed this house back on the market, back on the market. So she also said that all of the agents that have had to show the home dreaded it because there was such a negative, heavy feeling and something very unsettling and uneasy about it. Not to mention that there were people, potential clients who were going in, looking at it and having experiences and like, nope. We get there and it is a very basic, unremarkable looking home. I noticed as I walked up, I got this real feeling of dread and uneasiness. She unlocked the door and we walked in, and there's a feeling that I get when I know there is a spirit in the house. And it was also not just the spirit, but there was a very heavy negative feeling that went along with it. And as I walked through, I could feel and sense this spirit, this ghost. And we're walking from room to room, down in the basement. And I would think I was getting close, and then it would just kind of dissipate. And so I could not quite put my finger on it, and I could not quite see him. In the basement, the foundation was built of lava rock, which is very prevalent around here, and especially in old homes. They used it for their foundations. But while I was down there walking in the basement, I got very strong residual feelings of not great things happening in this home. A lot of illegal activity, and I'm talking way back in the 20s, early 1900s sort of vibe from this. A lot of bootlegging and running, things like that. So we go upstairs and we get towards the kitchen. And off of the side of the kitchen, there was under the stairs and there was a, looked like you were going under the stairs, but there was this whole side room. It looked like a large unfinished attic. I'm looking around this area and I can feel that spirit, that ghost again. And it was very strong. As I'm peeking in, I pushed the door against the wall so I could get a full look. So the door goes completely against the wall, and I'm looking in, and all of a sudden I see something move out of the corner of my eye and kind of down. And I looked because, I don't even know what I thought it was, but I looked down and all I see is this eyeball and hair, literally a person looking through the crack in the door. There was no possible way a full human being would have fit back there. Maybe a 1 or 2 year old, but that's it. But the weird thing is when I saw it out of the corner of my eye, it looked solid, real as me and you. So I back up away from it, and I turned around to one of the women. Her name was Deborah from the museum. And I said, I just saw somebody looking at me. I'm going to insert the video here.
Like a setup, like you hide somebody in there.
Oh God. I just looked over and saw somebody peeking through the corner. Scared the crap out of me. Sorry. I don't know who's behind the door, but oh, that freaked me out. I told you they were hiding.
I'm filming, by the way. No.
Yeah.
Man, woman?
I don't know, I just saw dark hair and an eyeball part of the face from right there. Yeah, they're hiding. I thought they were downstairs unless there's more than one. I don't know yet.
I'm grateful that she captured it on her phone and that she was recording. So we ended up walking around the house some more, and again, I never did see this ghost again. I did feel him and could sense him, but I never did see him again. We talked about it, and because of all the negativity and the just causing problems and the house always turning over, I suggested to the real estate agent that she should have the home cleansed. That's the number one thing to do and the best idea to at least try to solve or reduce some of the paranormal activity there. She said she would absolutely see what she could do and if that was a possibility. As we're walking out the door to leave, we're going down the steps, we're talking, and we get out on the sidewalk in front of the house, and I get that overwhelming sense this ghost is here again. And I looked around and said, you guys need to be taking pictures of the house right now because we are being watched. And they turned around and started taking pictures. Yeah, he was watching us, and I knew he was watching us because I could sense him. He was so strong. So we all parted ways. We went home. When I got home, I started sketching, which is what I do oftentimes. I want to keep that visual in my head and put it on paper if I don't have a picture or couldn't say exactly what he looked like. And I knew they had taken the video, so I sketch out the doorway and the crack with the eye in it, and I sent it to Deborah. This was the sketch that I sent her. Not too much time later, I get a bunch of pictures back from Deborah that she had taken along with the video that I now have. And she sent me these pictures and she said, look in the window. This is when you told me to start taking pictures. And this, I'm going to insert right here. This was the picture that she caught. The original picture, plus then I did it a little closer, and then of course I lightened it so you could really see inside the window. But in my opinion, I feel like it looks exactly like what I saw in the doorway. It was the same ghost, the same person, I promise you. Anyway, yeah, that was my experience, and sometimes it's really good and really helps me to get that validation of what I saw. And this was one of the more extraordinary ones where there was video of when it happened, a sketch drawn, and then I get the pictures back, and they looked so similar that I know that it was the same ghost. So, in case you guys ever have that doubt whether or not ghosts actually exist, in my opinion, this is a prime example of, yeah, they do. I promise you they do. Whether you feel them or see them, I promise you that they're there. So, anyway, I will talk to you guys later. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I didn't ramble this time. Anyway, you guys take care, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.